Okay.
Is Mrs. Rachel Kachaje. I'm from Malawi and I'm a Malawian.
So, sorry, madam. Can
I'm
you
a woman.
start from the beginning again? It was too late.
Okay.
Okay. Hello. Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome to the online conference 2016 April. Thank you for your participations and dedications. The topic of this month is education regarding the types of disabilities. So tell me in 15 minutes the actual condition or situation of education for each types of disabilities in your country. And we are asking about your opinion and advice for if we, women with disabilities all over the world, work in international trade together for supporting vocational education and sustainable jobs. So, and the third question is, what are the popular goods, Korean goods for trading, and what are the good products from your country? At the beginning, introduce yourself, name, nationality, job, and career. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. My name is Mrs. Rachel Kachaje. I'm from Malawi and I'm a Malawian. I'm a woman with a physical disability. I use a wheelchair. I am an activist. Um, I promote the rights of women and girls with disabilities in my country, although I do it even in general, supporting the rights of all people with disabilities. But in particular, and with emphasis, I emphasize on the rights of women and girls with disabilities in my country. Now coming to for education side, physical and development. I think in Malawi, we are not specifically looking at the type of disability because we feel we need to be lobbying or advocating for all types of disability to get the education. Although when we are doing this advocacy, we look at the different types of disability, the needs of the different types of disabilities. Like when we are talking about hearing, when we are promoting education for hearing, we make sure that in the mainstream schools, they should have a sign language interpreters so that a student or a girl child with a disability in the class should be able to follow what the teacher is teaching in that particular class. And we are also advocating for, in the line of those with the sight, we also make sure that we advocate for them to have the educational materials translated into Braille so that they can be able to follow what the teacher, they can be able to read the notes that the teacher is giving, and even the books that they have, they need to be brailled. So what we are doing in Africa, we make sure that we advocate for these facilities to be user friendly for a girl child with a disability according to the needs of the type of the disability in the class. And it's the same with the developmental disability. More especially, we are promoting the children with the intellectual disability, because these are also the ones who are being sidelined to get the education. So we are promoting that the mainline schools, the teachers themselves, they need to understand how they can teach these types of disabilities. And although we know that may not affect all the types of disability, because some of the disabilities, they may be severe. So we are promoting that even the special schools, which are very specific to special disabilities, they need to have all these materials which are be suitable for them, like the training of sign language interpreters, they need to be there, braiding of materials, they need to be there, and intellectual disability children, they also need to be in the school system. So we are advocating for that. And coming to maybe to my opinion, on supporting the vocational training and sustainable jobs. I'm of the opinion that, as women with disabilities, most of them, they didn't have the chance to get the education, so they missed out. So for them to be empowered, they need to be doing these small jobs, these small businesses. We call them small scale business enterprises. Like they may be doing selling second-hand clothes. They may be selling some farm produce, getting some fruit produce from other farmers and sell them. So it's just a matter of maybe to train them in how they can manage their businesses, and you also see how best they identify their skills. What is it that they can do best? Because maybe some of them, they cannot do businesses because they are not business minded. They don't have the skills to do their business, but at least they can do something. So we identify the skills that they have, and we can build that on them and train them according to their specifications and their needs. And maybe, and now coming to the trade area, where we feel that as women with disabilities, how can we do trade with our counterparts like in South Korea? I was just thinking to say, if in Korea you may be having some second-hand smartphones and the second-hand iPads that can
Yes.
be exported to here. We can have them, and we do engage these women who did not have the opportunity to go to school to be selling these second-hand items, and in turn maybe we can export to South Korea, maybe like soya beans, the farm
Soybeans?
produce. Soya beans, if you need them, we can export them to you there. We can export some curios, these curios. Yeah, we can export them to South Korea. Or you can also tell us to say what is it that you want to get from Africa. Then we'll be getting those and put to you there. While you send us the smartphones, the iPads, even the cosmetics, we can be doing that. So
Mhm.
that's how I see that we can empower women with disabilities economically, so that they can be doing these small scale businesses for them, while we are
Right.
promoting the education for a girl child at that level.
Mhm.
That's how I was looking at it.
Thank you, madam. Can I
Yes.
ask you additional questions?
Yes.
So, if we try to do international trade, are you or your organization or the government will attend for this, do you think?
Yes, very much, because with the Ministry of Trade,
Hmm.
we can get the license to be exporting these goods that we are talking about.
Oh.
We can go to the government and tell them to say, as women with disabilities,
Yes.
we want to empower our women with disabilities, and we have in South Korea. We want to be doing this trade. They want these items. That is, if you tell us what you want in
Yeah.
South Korea, then we go to government and say our counterparts, they want these items to be exported to South Korea. And then for us, they'll give us these items so that we can empower our women to be doing trade with our counterparts in South Korea. That is no problem. We have
Wow.
good relation with our government.
Wow. And um, maybe we think we do some kind of deal with the government, like duty free or duty
Yes.
reduction for the products while we're doing it for women with disabilities.
Mhm.
Do
Yes,
you?
I think if we can do that, it will be, yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
if we can do
that's
that,
good
then we
news.
can. If we do that, then ourselves will also engage with our government through the Ministry of Trade. We'll do that to make sure that they give us the necessary documentation that we can be able to export and import.
Hmm. And for the last, uh, for example, for the case of cosmetics, we need to get uh, proved, like Food and Drug Administration.
Mhm.
So, or if we trade this secondhand smartphone, we
Uh-huh.
need to know, we need some procedure, and we
Uh,
need to get the examination or approvals.
yes. Yeah, so I think what we need to do is we need to write to each other.
Mhm.
Like you write to me, send me an email to say on these issues, these are the documentation that we need to know about, all of the
Mhm.
information that you want
Yes.
to know.
Mhm.
Then we'll be able to get that information through the relevant ministries. Then we'll send it to you to say this is what is required. Then we'll start from there.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah,
And for the
yes.
last, I would ask you your recent activities or news in Malawi.
Yeah, the recent activity that we are doing now very strongly is the one which we are doing a campaign on I'm sure you have heard that the albinos, they are being killed in Malawi because of the belief that they want people, they want to get rich. It's just a ritual anyway, and it's a very wrong belief and understanding. So we are doing a very strong campaign on that, sensitizing the community that killing albinos is not the right thing, and you cannot get rich because you have sold somebody's parts. That is not right. If they want to get rich, what they need to do is to work hard. That's the only remedy for one to get rich. Campaign, and on the 13th of May, we are going to have a huge campaign at a school ground where we are inviting all the stakeholders to come to hear the stories that we are advocating for. We don't want people to kill any albino child, because the children with albinism to go to school, they are afraid to go to school because they are afraid of people
Right.
abducting them and go and kill them. So this is the greatest campaign that we are doing. And maybe if I can also take the opportunity to call upon all our friends, our colleagues, our partners to join us in this campaign, to send messages all over the world to say, please, in Malawi, we don't want people to kill children with albinism or any person who is an albinism just because they want to get rich. So this is a call all over the world to support us in this campaign.
Right.
Yes,
Thank you. And
thank you.
we will, in UN, we will have ninth session of the Conference of States for CRPD in June.
Yeah, I've taken note of that. It's just unfortunate that I will not be able to attend because I don't have the funding to
Yeah.
attend. But I think I'll be following all the discussions that will be there and all the support. And if the women striving for better tomorrow are going, please, I would like to urge you that strongly you send the message there that as women with disabilities all over the world, we need to be part of the development process. We
Yeah.
need to raise our voice as women with disabilities. And also, please send this message strongly that we need to send out a strong message to Malawi to do their best to make sure that they protect the
Mm.
women and the people with the albinism in Malawi. This killing, we are not supporting it, we don't want it, and we need that voice to be heard even at the UN. Please help us to send that strong message to everybody to support this initiative. Yeah,
Thank you so much, madam.
thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
I hope we'd like to meet next month as well.
Yeah, I hope so. We will.
Yes.
Sure. Yes. Yeah, okay.
Thank you for
Yeah, so
today.
you write to me about the documentation and the information that we need to do on the
Oh,
international trade.
so far we are gathering for the informations like which products will be proper for all the countries and which countries would be willing to do the international trade. So we are gathering the
Uh-huh.
information. If we go, what we would like to further first.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So,
Okay. Okay.
so we
That's
will
fine.
follow. We will follow up, and we'll
Uh-huh.
let you know when we start. Directly.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, madam.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.